morning, Jody Hamilton.
It didn't work, even though you said watch Mama on the MSNBC right now on my TV.
Said
I did good. I said I'm trying to distract you from your relentless Jody Hamilton crush. But
I saw that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My heart is true.
Aw.
But you made some that's a tough room, and you made them all laugh.
Thank you, honey. It is a tough room. Jonathan Alter's a tough room.
He's a tough room.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I like John, but if you can get that guy to chuckle a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That man really doesn't have the best sense of humor.
Charlie. So
actually, he does. He's just not used to Mama's sense of humor.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Okay.
It sneaks up on you.
She is quite an acquired taste.
So listen.
And nobody's acquired a taste for what happened.
Never mind. We definitely need to bubble wrap you now that we have lost Eric Bollard and Malcolm Nance is in Ukraine. Has joined the Foreign Legion. Yes.
If my prayers are any good, they're with Malcolm.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not playing around this time. He's got he's facing really serious firepower.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
no, I mean it's.
Yeah, we got to get him back.
Yeah. So proud, so terrified. Yeah.
He fulfills his duty. I'm not going to say he isn't, but I want him back.
Yeah. Yep. I hear you.
I really do.
It is interesting timing, as we were saying there, talking about masculinity and ball tanning over on Tucker's show, and there's Malcolm Nance. I would say that counts as manning up. I would say, right?
Has anyone figured out how the guy milking the cow fits into
Yes,
that?
I know that. I was going to ask you that. You said on Twitter, I truly don't understand how the guy milking the cow. Is it just real men want to be around TDs all the time? Like, I don't know, as many TDs as possible.
Because first of all, the guy has no bucket.
Right.
There's no
That's
bucket.
the point. Is it just
he's
touching
only there
teats?
to grab the nipples.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Which is not something I'm entirely opposed to in theory.
Okay.
But I don't think it's a demonstration of masculinity.
No.
Certainly not. Not of the caliber of shining ultra.
Right.
Infrared light on your nuts. I mean that's.
We were talking about the really Jesus-y imagery of that too.
One of the Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah.
How Jesus-y was that image though of him like being crucifying his penis on a hilltop or something? It was okay. Let's just move on to what Malcolm's doing. You said true fact number of times I've had a gun pointed at me. Explain this to us. What, a British paratrooper?
I was in Enniskillen in Northern Ireland not long after the terrible Remembrance Day bombing. And I was going to City Hall, and the British paratroopers were on City Hall, and they tracked everybody going up the stairs with machine guns.
Wow.
Until you got in the door.
Wow.
And then you had to go through 9 other security checkpoints. But this was a very big, Prince William looking guy, and I did not dare sneeze.
Yeah.
But that's that was in response to the Dilbert guy's tweet about all the amazing stuff he's done in his life.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm sure you saw this Jane Mayer piece, and she was on Maddow last night. Every single nominee for Biden is being opposed by a far-right shadow group called the American Accountability Foundation. The right-wing tax-exempt organization is smearing every nominee, claiming to do research on the people that are being brought into the U.S. government. So Mayer tried to figure out why Republicans were opposing Sarah Bloom Raskin for the Federal Reserve. She's incredibly well qualified, well liked by the banking world, has been confirmed twice with bipartisan support. It reminds you of Judge Jackson.
Yeah.
Suddenly, there were allegations made up that she had an ethical problem. Mayer explained the allegations have nothing to do with reality or a made-up story. She noted the kind of twisted spears were evident in the combination of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. That, Ted Cruz discovered a book taught by a private school that says babies aren't born racist. One of the other Biden nominees is being accused falsely of being a communist by the same organization. The difference between this group and others is this one is going after every single nominee just because they were nominated by Biden. She said, I started looking at this group trying to figure out who are these people. Of course, it turned out a lot of the senators are getting their quote-unquote research from this group. The senators were getting their money from the fossil fuel industry. They needed a pretext to take her down in order to stop the Fed from including climate change as one of the things they might consider as an important economic risk. I mean, this is just, as we were saying, Judge Jackson could not have been more.
I just remember. I remembered all of this. This all came back to me this week because Scott Pruitt is running for the Senate in Oklahoma, But I sat through all those confirmation hearings with Betsy DeVos and Scott Pruitt and Ryan Zinke and Jeff Sessions and Steve Mnuchin. There wasn't a serious cabinet member among them.
Right.
I guess Mnuchin's the guy was a mortgage grifter.
Right.
That's how he got rich.
Yeah.
He forgot millions of dollars in assets when he filled out his form. But now, you've got an entire engine of rat humping now. And thank God for Jane Mayer. She's the bring 'em back alive explorer of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd like someone to get, after this piece that you wrote this week, I'd like someone to get eyes on Sheldon Whitehouse, because he may well arrive at work with an axe sooner or later.
Real quick, you retweeted someone that said, I was a fan of Mike Lee. He's smart. He was conservative. He's a scholar of law who originally ran on fidelity to the Constitution. He knew none of this was legit, but he did it anyway to play a part, to stay on the team. And he doesn't get a pass for knowing better. And you said, a real constitutional scholar if your scholarship stops in 1860. As Eric Holder said, he needs to explain himself, and the media needs to stay on this story.
Oh, I think, we're looking now at whether or not the Department of Justice and the committee are closing in on members of Congress. Members of Congress think they are.
Right.
A lot of people are very nervous right now. You've got Marjorie Taylor Greene has got to face on Friday, has got to go before a board in Georgia to prove that she's not disqualified under the 14th Amendment to run for re-election.
Yeah.
Because she aided and abetted an insurrection against the United States. And the 14th Amendment says you're disqualified from federal office if you do that. Mm-hmm. Ronnie Jackson is clearly,
Yep.
There are bubbles in the Jack Daniels down at that place. They're closing, they're pretty much closing in on him. Mike Lee's got to be nervous.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, because he knows what he did is wrong. I mean, that's very plain from the last text he sent, that he knew it was that he was cooperating in an effort to do something really unprecedented and terrible. But the other thing Mike Lee has to worry about is the senator from Utah is not on his team.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Well, I loved your piece. You said Jefferson Davis at least was open and honest about his treason. Hell, he even made sure that the reasons behind it were preserved in the congressional record. And you just said
you can go to Senate.gov and read his speech for why he was leaving the Senate in 1860.
Yeah. I mean, you said, to paraphrase Dean Swift, when a true president appears in the world, you may know him by this sign, that the weasels are all in Confederacy against him. You may capitalize Confederacy if you wish. We shall see what happens here. But I think we have bombshell fatigue, don't we, from these texts being revealed? And
I learned to fight off bombshell fatigue during Watergate. I've had 40 years of my immune system having been built up against bombshell fatigue.
Yeah.
I mean, bring it all.
And hypocrisy. Tom Cotton tweeted 75 years ago, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier, blah, blah, blah. And you said, he said, today we honor him. You said, by insulting the person who broke the color gender barrier on the Supreme Court. I mean, they're just such hypocrites.
Well, I mean, Tom Cotton is revealing himself as either genuinely stupid or willing to be stupid to advance in Republican politics. Yeah. Because what he's been babbling recently is sub-Louis Gohmert nonsense.
Yeah. And by the way, thank you for talking about Greg Abbott. I said yesterday, if a terrorist attacked our supply chain or supply lines and, ruined, what was it, $240 million worth of produce, you said there's no state official doing more damage to the nation than Greg Abbott. You said between shipping migrants off in a bus to D.C. and clogging the nation's supply chains by inspecting, quote unquote, trucks at the border, Abbott is really bearing the needle on the vandalism meter. And you talked about the produce grower, that what is it called, Little Bear Produce. He said they said the added inspections have costed hundreds of thousands of dollars already, not to mention the reduced paychecks for many loaders who had no work as the trucks failed to show up. I mean, I don't know what to say. They're just economic terrorists to try to score political points.
That's exactly right. It's a general campaign of economic terrorism for the express purpose of winning the elections in 2022. That's what's going on between this organization that Jane Mayer discovered holding up nominees, including ones for the Pentagon, I would point out, to Abbott doing this with the supply chain, to goosing inflation and then blaming the Democrats for it. I mean, that's the oldest playbook in the book, by the way.
Yeah.
The oldest play in the book, by the way, is destroy the economy and then ridicule and demolish the Democrats for fixing it.
Yeah.
That's happened 3 times in the past 20 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, it's a revolting lack of true patriotism.
Yep.
They really don't care.
Yeah, they are deeply un-American. They will do anything to hurt America and Americans just
Well,
to try to win.
I think they don't care about hurting America.
Yeah.
They are creatures of their ideology and their donor class.
Yep.
And everybody wants to go to hell.
Yep.
And does that mean they hate America? No, it doesn't. It means they don't give a damn about America.
Yep.
Which is worse.
Charlie, I miss you already, and you're still here.
I'm here. How can you miss me?
All right,
If
goodbye.
I won't go away.
All right, goodbye. I love you. We'll
I'm
see.
not going away. I'm not going.
Yes, you are right now, or you're
can't
going
make
away.
me.
I love you. I'll
You
see
don't
you
have to
next
sign
week.
out.
Good
Every
day,
time
sir.